Yamaha RD250 was a 247cc two-stroke twin-engine motorcycle produced by Yamaha Motor Corporation between 1973 and 1987. The name stood for race development. Today also it is fun to ride it because Kawasaki Ninja 250R offers pretty much the same power and weight in spite of being a four-stroke twin. Owners could easily service and rebuild their own RDs. Originally with rather drab, curvy styling, it was restyled into its classic angular coffin-tanked form with the RD250C of 1976. Yamaha RD250LC was a successor of RD250, which was very quickly deemed a two-stroke icon. It was the ultimate amateur racers motorcycle. It spawned many local legends and well-known professional racing heroes. It remained in production from 1980 to 1987. Basically, it was designed for UK market, but unfortunately, it was no longer produced for UK market after 1983. It had a top speed of around 100 mph, which was just a little short of the 110 mph that the bigger RT350 claimed. Kawasaki KDX200 is an intermediate enduro motorcycle intended predominantly for off-road use. It has been a long-standing model in Kawasaki's lineup, having been introduced in the early 1980s, seeing several revisions along the way up to the end of its production in 2006. The KDX200 had Kawasaki skips, Kawasaki integrated power valve system, assisting to maximize mid-range to top-end power. Its 198cc stroker single delivered the perfect blend of flexibility and performance. It was light and did not intimidate, yet grown-up, effective, simple, and affordable. Yamaha TDR 250 was basically a street supermoto style version, screaming 46 bhp, ultra nimble handling, and an upright semi motocross posture and style, which brought the hooligan out of all who rode it. Today, it is considered a modern classic and rightly revered as one of the greatest street strokers of all. The engine features the YPVS Yamaha Power Valve System, CDI ignition, and digital spark advance. It was designed to provide agile handling and quick acceleration both on and off the road, and power delivery was modified to suit its intended use. Yamaha SDR 200 attracted the fans with its plated frame and its delicate design, such as its slim tank and seat, but for just Japanese market. Its unique light letters frame and slim tank give it a featherweight which weigh in of only 105 kg. It got its top speed of 99 miles per hour. Aprilia AF1 125 Sport Pro had an aluminium twin spark chassis, RC30 alike, single-sided swing arm, inverted forks, Brembo brakes, fat tires, and GP alike bodywork. It also had an electric starter. It is identical to Futuro 91. Particularly interesting aspect is given by the plate indicating limited series motorcycle number, which is located on the right beam of the frame near the steering head, and which is numbered from 1 to 3000. This first version featured a very aerodynamic and modern fairing, but with a single seat for passenger and rider at two different height levels. From the Dell Auto manuals, there are two different types of carburation adjustment for Aprilia AF1 125. Honda NSR 250 is a street-legal, road-oriented 249cc two-stroke sport bike produced by Honda Motor Corporation between 1987 and 1999. There were 5 distinct generations of the Honda NSR 250, and it remained in production until 1999. The MC28 was the final edition of the Honda NSR 250, and the key update released in 1993 was the addition of the Pro Arms rear swing arm, first tried, tested, and seen on the RC30. Two strokes brought us a whole generation of twin-cylinder GP replica sportsters, but the most glorious of all was surely the 1994 MC28 with single-side Pro Arm suspension, smart card ignition, and the world's first digital display. Suzuki RG250 Gamma was the first mass-produced motorcycle to have a lightweight aluminum frame and racing-type aerodynamic fairing. The Gamma also had a very advanced full-floater suspension system for its time, with the first making year one having anti-dive front forks. Due to this, the bike was dubbed the first street legal racer. It was as fast as the Yamaha RD350LC and had a swooping GP-inspired bodywork, including a sporty frame mounted fairing. Unfortunately, from 1983 it was also stopped due to a law previously said. The Gilera CX-125 had an iconic SSS single suspension system with a single-sided front fork and swing arm which made the bike look futuristic. Aside from the unique engineered quirks of the motorcycle, one of the attention-grabbing features is the CX-125's fairing. The unusual fairing, which wraps around a modern instrument cluster, still stands out in today's standards. It was unveiled as a prototype in the Milan show in 1989, and it was very less expected that it would ever enter into production, but it did in 1991. Its radical single-sided arm suspension at front and rear, which from the right-hand side gives the impression that the wheels are not attached at all. Cagiva Super City 125 of 1992 was effectively a 125cc single-cylinder version of Yamaha's TDR 250 of 4 years earlier, but being an upright 125 to make it appeal to learners, it was drenched in Italian exotica and in our eyes was better looking. The Super City was produced from 1991 to 2001 and featured much better components than the smaller displacement versions. Other curious aspects of the bike are the front fork, front brake caliper support, very worked, and which also hooked a small air conveyor that directed the flow to the brake pad.